What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Titans Edge, evolving with John and Jimmy. How you doing, Jimmy?
Good, bro. How are you?
I love you, bro. What's going on?
I'm good. Very good.
Good?
That's my wallet.
I know. Sorry, I'm going to take it. Anything around me, I'm going to grab.
You keep your phone. I don't want that thing.
I
That thing's
know.
on, that thing's on
Don't
fire.
want that.
That thing's on fire.
She was called it the black hole.
Yeah.
So much stuff like that. So it's just gone. But we're here another week.
You look good.
Thanks, bro. You too.
You look good.
You too.
Oh, dude, I'm on a ride right now.
You know?
I'm on a ride.
That's it. I mean,
Yeah.
we're still
Yeah.
hitting it. You know, still
Yeah.
fighting for longevity, for health. You know, reversing aging and everything in between. Plus, trying to be successful in our businesses and with our families and everything too. So it's a full-time job and then some.
Well, you know, when I called you last week and I said, man, you know, I don't feel too good, and that's where did you do the podcast by yourself?
No, I don't think I did.
All right, so we missed it.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, we missed you guys.
It's okay. Sorry.
It was me. I woke up and I had the flu. I mean, it just wasn't feeling good.
Yeah.
And just like you said, we're just trying to feel good, to work and stuff like that.
That's right.
I couldn't do anything.
I've been there on some days, you know.
And some days I worked through it. Just
yeah.
Last Wednesday, I just couldn't do it.
You know, you got to listen to your body. So if it's telling you, like, hey, listen, I just can't go. I mean, there's times to push and there's times not to. And if you don't have to push, especially, you know, take the break, let your body recover, and sometimes you'll feel and recover a lot quicker from whatever it is.
Yeah, I felt like shit in the morning, and you know, you just have things on your schedule. You don't have to push. I don't have to push, but you just have it written down. You're like, you just got to check it off, right?
Yes.
And I said, nah. I said, you know, I'm just gonna chill in bed with my pup.
Mm-hmm.
And then around 7 o'clock, man, I felt so good.
Oh, that's awesome.
And like, I don't know what happened, you know, but then I doubled up on the glutathione.
Yeah, that'll help.
And I told you what I was gonna take. You're like, yeah, that's enough,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
And doubled up on that. And around 7 o'clock, I opened my phone up, and I'm like, my phone was blowing up. And I said, all right, let me catch up now before I have to do this tomorrow morning.
Yes.
But definitely, if you don't feel good, if you don't look at, you know, your mind, your mindset, right? Because if you don't feel good, your mind's not there.
Of course.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
I don't get sick.
Yeah, I hardly do either.
You know, it's been a while, and it was disappointing. I was disappointed in myself that I quit that, you know.
I mean, come on. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, a lot of people get sick, and a lot of people get more sick than ever. So, luckily for us, it's a minimal thing. If it's 1 or 2 times a year, then it isn't that bad.
Yep.
You know, I remember before, man, it would be, especially when I had my tonsils, I would be sick almost every other month with tonsillitis. That'd be the worst thing.
You don't have tonsils?
I know.
I still have mine.
Dude, I got mine cut out when I was 32.
Wow.
32. I've had multiple surgeries. That is the worst surgery I've ever come back from.
Because you were 32 or because you were young?
No.
Because usually when you were younger, right?
Usually you get them done when you were younger.
By the time you're 5?
Or even in your teens, right? And like, they always told me, like, we recommend you get your tonsils out. I mean, when you're a kid, you don't want to go through surgery and get your tonsils cut out. So, you know, but, you know, I would be sick and I had to go on amoxicillin and all these things almost every other month. And finally, when I was 32, they're like, listen, like, you know, you're a little older, but we'd probably recommend you taking these out. And at that point, I'm like, okay. I'm like, let's do it, you know. Got them cut out, and I'm telling you, it was the worst recovery surgery I've ever done. Really? So the back of my throat turned green. I couldn't eat, couldn't do anything like that. And it was the worst feeling. I remember, you know, and I don't like to take painkillers at all, but at that point, they gave me liquid Lorcet in these bottles. And then I couldn't wait to get that liquid Lorcet every 4 to 6 hours. I mean, it was that bad. I mean,
why? Because you were older?
Probably.
You see kids that get their tonsils out, they're eating ice cream and they're okay.
Yeah. I mean, I could eat maybe like, you know, popsicles and ice cream.
Right.
But I'm telling you, like, the healing process and literally like the inside of my mouth turned green, like crazy healing recovery. I mean, I wish I had these healing peptides that we have now when I was going through that then. But it was the worst. I don't know why. Like I said, like usually your mouth or your genitalia usually heal the fastest, right? So, you know, for me, I don't know. But, you know, it was the best decision I ever did because at that point, I don't even get sore throats hardly anymore. And if I do get a sore throat, I'm like, oh, I'm getting sick. And that's once in a great while.
I used to get sore throats up north. The minute I moved down to Florida in 1990, I never got sore throat again.
Wow.
Ever.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really, really good.
So, your sore throat, like you're swallowing broken glass.
Yep.
I used to get them.
Oh,
in
yeah.
Jersey.
That was the worst.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the worst. So I don't miss having tonsils.
Did you gain weight after?
No.
I heard a lot of people when they get the tonsils out, they gain a lot of weight.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I never gained up.
You gotta see that connection.
I was probably like back then. I was probably like maybe like 215, 220. I was bigger.
Yeah.
That's when I was chasing the weight for sure. In that era of my life, yeah, for sure. So that's when I was training 2 hours a day too.
Was that a fun era?
It's great.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. I mean, working, kid at home, wife working, after working a long day, coming back, going to the gym for 2 hours, drinking your pre-workout at that point was NO Explode.
Feeling your heart.
Oh god, yeah. Hit the bathroom beforehand.
Was it the NO Explode with 1,3-dimethyl in it?
Yes.
It was back then, right?
Yeah, it was the good stuff.
Yeah.
It was the good stuff. So we'll see. We'll see about that coming back. I heard RFK.
I don't think it's going to be the same one. I don't think.
No?
I don't think it's going to be the DMMA. I don't think so. I think it's going to be some form of it.
We'll see.
Speaking of RFK,
Yeah.
what is going on
Oh.
with this whole
Yeah.
like FDA approved now
Yes.
and
Yes. So
before you get into it though, I just want to I'm hearing a lot of positive and a lot of negative.
yeah.
And if you can just bring some light here,
Sure.
okay?
Sure.
Some people are saying that's a good thing, and some people are saying that's a bad thing.
Okay.
The people I'm realizing, the people are saying it's a bad thing, are the ones that don't want to pay
Right.
that money.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
is it going to get expensive? Is it like listen? I don't mean expensive. Like,
Yeah.
are the prices going to go up, and why?
So I don't think the prices are going to go up from what you're getting right now from a medical establishment, as long as they're getting from
Legit.
a U.S. licensed
Okay.
503A compounding pharmacy that you're getting, prescribed by a doctor and anything like that. I don't think that price is going to move.
Okay.
Is it a lot more than a research chemical site? Absolutely. But there's a positive here. Okay. The positive is you're going to have regulation. So that means that they're going to protect the consumer for safety. And
that costs money.
And that costs money,
Okay.
right? Because when you start looking at it, right, the materials, right, and then at that point you've got testing
The
that
testing?
goes into it. The testing is not cheap, guys. So like all these people, oh yeah, like these third-party COAs from these research, like dude, they're garbage. Okay, the AI generated most time.
I did a third-party testing for one of my products for Amazon. It cost me $1,800 just to test for 4 ingredients.
Yep.
4.
Yeah. It's expensive.
Yeah.
But when you get testing, then you know what you're getting, right? You know there's not no endotoxins in there. You know sterility is good. You know concentration is good of the medication. You know that nothing's broken down in there. So that's what you're paying for. You're paying for the guarantee, like I know what I'm getting and I know it's going to be good. And you're injecting your body. So at that point, like if you get something from some site that you say, oh, well, it's just a price thing, they could be selling you who knows what. And at that point, you're injecting, and who knows what's going to happen to you if you're going to get a result or not.
And that is why that on the label, it says for research
Purposes only, not for human use. These are, and they're not supposed to, they're breaking the law already. Like if you ask like Rick Collins, who's like the head in this industry, and lawyer, he's going to tell you like it's the gray area, but it's illegal to infer people to use these for human use.
Right.
They're for research and chemical.
So that's the workaround.
That's the workaround right now. But
because the ones I get from you, from Titan, it says for
yes,
human consumption.
Yes.
It actually says it on the label.
Yes. So that's the difference. And here's the other difference. So this is what happened. Before the Trump administration, the Biden administration's FDA came out and said that 19 of these peptides are banned from compounding because they hold a risk of terminal death, all these negative side effects, right? Which was so untrue. And it said the exact same side effects for every single one of them. And some of these had GLAS status before, generally regarded as safe, right, by the FDA.
Right.
So when that happened, it opened up the floodgates because before that, compounding pharmacies were doing it, and you might have seen a couple research chemical sites. There was a couple, you might have been getting a little bit more, but when they did that, they moved from the green market per se to the gray and black market even more.
Okay.
And at that point, compounders weren't compounding the drugs because they didn't want to get in trouble with the FDA. And at that point, what people still wanted these drugs, they still knew they were because BBC was in there.
There was still demand.
There was a big demand still, even more than before.
Right.
And at that point, that demand's going to get filled like any other thing.
Yep.
So that's what happened. And with RFK coming back on Rogan on Friday, and I knew about this 2 weeks previous. I got a couple friends, and one of them is on the board with RFK on this health thing, and they gave me insight. And I said, "Listen, this is going to be a big one for you guys, so make sure you guys are converting on this." But 14 of 19 of these peptides are coming back now,
Okay.
and going to be legally compounded.
Wow.
And he even says on the interview with Rogan about these research chemical sites overstepping and doing something they're not supposed to be doing. So you can bet your butt that regulation's coming for them. And regulations coming for the peptide industry. So that's a good thing because there will be standards of what needs to be done for a consumer to get an ethical supply or an ethical supplier to give it to them. So this is all good foundation.
So basically, these gray area websites can easily convert to a legit website.
I don't think they can.
Why?
The reason is because this is the problem too, is that
because that's you I would think that, right?
Well, no, because the whole point of it, there's no medical monitoring, and then these peptides are not they're not getting their supply from an ethical supplier. They're getting from China or India
Okay.
or wherever it is, and then they're just shipping them out. The whole point to this is that a medical provider should be monitoring and prescribing peptides.
Got it.
Not to say that peptides are bad or could have negative effects like that, but there is certain contraindications with some of the peptides.
Of course.
So at that point, like nobody's overlooking that. A person can just go on the website because Bob said that this is the best peptide ever. They put it in a cart, they buy it, it gets sent to their house, and they're going to try to inject it, and they have no idea. With GLPs, and some of these places have been selling GLPs, I mean, there's a big concern there. Like, there's definitely needed a medical oversight. I mean, that's why it's a prescription drug. Peptides, they're prescription because they're injectable. Oral's a little bit different. There's a little bit more safety, like points in your body as far as when you take something orally, your body can reject it. It can get broken down a lot more before it really hits your bloodstream and your system. So, that's the exact same thing with injectable vitamins and amino acids. People ask me all the time, why do they have to be prescribed? And I tell them this, it's because they're injectable.
Yeah.
When it becomes injectable form, it hits to a different level. And at that point,
More direct.
There's more safety. Like if you inject it in your body, and at that point, there's something wrong sterile-wise, now you're injecting directly in your body something that's unsterile. And that can cause meningitis or it can cause a lot of other things and terminal death.
You don't know what's going to happen.
This has happened in the compounding industry, so it's happened before.
So basically, are you saying that these websites, these underground websites, are going bye-bye?
They're going to go bye-bye.
Okay.
They're going to go bye-bye.
Good.
The only way that they're going to stay alive,
if they convert to a legit business,
they have to be a medical clinic provider.
Yeah.
So medical providers got to do it, and then you're going to have to get your product from the pharmacies.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to get it from China or one of these manufacturers that has a storage here in the United States and ships it directly to your house, and then you're just shipping out boxes. Right. This is going to go legit, and it's going to be regulated for that form. And that's what I'm saying. I'm good with that. That puts everybody on even playing field.
So answer me this. I'm full of questions today.
I love it. This is great information for people out there.
So this converts to what you're saying, right? But there's also a service provided. Tell me about that.
So the service provided is this. If you have any issues, problems, concerns, questions, you call or text us, and we're going to be there for your support. Negative reactions, anything like that, good, bad, whatever, we're going to be here for you. You can't get that from them. You can't call them for directions on how to take the medication. If you have a negative side effect, you're going to check with them, or even get dosing instructions. I mean, at that point, they're going to just send the vials to you, and you can find your own backwater and needles, and you can start injecting away.
Good luck with that.
And you can go to the internet and say, how much backwater should I put in my BPC or Retta or whatever it is? Because I see that all day. I'm like in all these bodybuilding groups and all these other groups, and I see that question at least 2 to 3 times a day now. At least. So
I see it in the Facebook groups. I'm in some of them,
you're gonna,
especially over
you
the
know,
ones over 50.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And
I'm
all
like,
those
dude,
people,
you're over 50. Go get some legit stuff.
it's gotten so bad that you have MLM companies with peptides.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are we doing here?
Right.
Right? Like, come on. Like injectable, like you guys are just it's so crazy, guys. It's seriously, it reminds me of the Wild Wild West. And when I got into the business in 2012, that was the Wild Wild West. And this is just the exact same thing over again.
So are these all going to come back at once, or are this just going
They're
to
all coming back at once.
really?
They're all coming, the 14 and the 19.
Yeah, but that's going to be hard to pick from.
I mean, listen, here's
right. It's like where do you start if they kind of dripped it in? You're like, okay, I'm gonna start with this, and then you got all 12 coming in.
Here's the thing. The thing is this. The thing is that when this happened, a lot of compounders quit compounding these drugs immediately.
Mm-hmm.
But then some of the compounders said, you know what? We're not going to do that. We're going to flick our nose and say, listen, we're going to create these still. And that's how Tight Medical Center is still able to get peptides, because that would be the next question. Well, if they went away, then how are you guys getting them?
Right.
Well, that's how we're getting them. There's a couple pharmacies out there that said, you know what, this has benefited patients for so long that at that point, if we take it away from them, then we're doing them a disservice. So they decided, you know what, we're going to do this. And at that point, we've went along that ride with them. And it's been a very good ride. And at that point, now this is just opening up the gates now and saying, listen, you guys were right. And at that point, we're going to just continue on and go even further now.
Do you think more compound pharmacies are going to open now?
Absolutely.
Have to, right? Because now you'll have now more outlets to serve your patients.
Sure. Absolutely.
Instead of one or two, or
absolutely, it's going to open up the gate,
and the deliveries will be faster and all that kind of stuff.
You know, it could lower the price down from what it is now because of that.
I was just going to say that.
You know, and because that's what happened with the GLPs. When the GLPs came out, all the compounding pharmacies want to charge you an arm and a leg.
Thousands.
An arm and a leg for these drugs because they were compounding this version. It was a little bit cheaper than the commercial, but when you started getting an outbreak of pharmacies, and some pharmacies were just opening up, just servicing GLPs.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happened, they lowered the cost big time because they cut everybody's throats, and everybody had to fall in suit. Because if not, listen, it's relationship wise, business wise, but if it's such a dramatic effect to the bottom line, and the service and quality are going to be there still, which sometimes you might lose, but if it's still going to be there, then that might be a better business decision to go about it. You know, and at that point, it just, you got to roll with the times. You got to adapt, and you got to start price cutting, and just it is what it is. And then you start going on volume, and we're coming out with other new products, and that's really what it is. I think we got to a point in our industry, and I think we're still to a point to a certain extent, most of them, and this is how it was when I got in. People are comfortable at a level, right? They're good with the cutter stuff, that the SKUs that everybody's got, but nobody wants to push forward and get new stuff. And that's where we really shine, because we're like cutting edge. I'm like, listen, we got to find something new, latest and greatest. What's out there? What can we bring in for our patients that somebody else is not getting them? You know, or even talking.
It's like, you got the same color T-shirts that's selling all the time. And you got a blue, yellow, and red.
Yeah.
How many people are going to come in and buy a blue, yellow, and red? 3 times? Okay, you got blue, yellow, and red.
Right. But somebody's earning for something new and special. When you come out with something new, you're like, what is that? What's the latest and greatest?
Right.
Right now, like I'm on 2 different new injectables, peptides. One is the injectable 5-amino-1-MQ.
Okay.
So that's pretty. Actually, I'm on 3 different ones. 5-amino-1-MQ injectable, which we only had oral before, and you have to take 2 of those per day. And this is an injection. That's it, once a day. ARA 290, which is great for inflammation in the body, controlling blood sugars, a ton of different other benefits. That's another one. And then I started injecting methylene blue.
Oh, really?
It's an injectable methylene blue. And it's
okay.
It's a blue injectable. It's a blue injectable. 10 units every day, and I've been injecting it for maybe the last week and a half. So my pee hasn't turned blue.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you that,
because some people have said that, like, your pee's gonna turn blue. Or
what's the benefits of that?
I mean, there's a lot of benefits.
There's a lot of benefits.
I mean, anti-cancer benefits. I mean, there's a ton.
I see people walking around with blue tongues.
It's a blue dye.
Yeah,
it's really, and there are medical concrete medical uses for methylene blue, which is kind of crazy. And that's another thing, like methylene blue, like everybody's like, oh, we'll start taking methylene blue. RFK's doing his liquid, everybody's doing these methylene blue pills, but there can be contraindication of methylene blue too as well. So this is something that a medical provider should be looking at with you, your medical history, health history, family health history, and then coming up with a personalized regimen for what's going to be best for
The
you.
thing is, like, where do you pick? Where do you start from?
So
There's so many.
I know
There's like a buffet,
there's so many, but you don't want to be like overran or like
walk me through this, okay? Well, you already did personally. You already walked me through this, but I'm just saying for the people listening, right? Okay, these compounds are going to be more available.
Yes.
Worldwide, not just through Titan, but you never know. Okay. Okay. So, where does someone start? Blood work, number one. But where does someone start to say, okay, chicken or turkey? You see, it's very confusing. Like, and sometimes when you have such a variety, you can't make that decision.
Of course, too many options.
Right. So give me something.
Yeah. This is a pretty easy question. I always get that asked, like, where do I start? What do I do? I mean, you got to take into account your demographics. How old are you? What are you trying to achieve? What do you weigh? Like all those different things, right? And then you say, listen, what are the top 2 goals? Not 3, because 3 they're going to keep going on. What are the top 2? So if somebody tells me, listen, John, I want more energy. I want to lose weight.
Diet and energy. That's it. Weight loss and energy.
So I mean,
that's way that category's way up here.
We kind of made it easy for him in a sense with the Titan Transformation Package because that's 4 different injectables of 1 peptide.
Okay.
One injection. Excuse me. 4 peptides, 1 injection. They're getting weight loss. They're getting energy. They're getting anti-aging effect. They're getting recovery effect. And all that good stuff in 1 injection. Right. But if I had to say, what are the first 2 that I picked for weight loss, energy, and maybe creating some lean mass and anti-aging?
Okay.
The 2 that I would go with would be Retta and Tesamel.
Mm-hmm.
You're attacking visceral belly fat, raising growth hormone levels, complete anti-aging effect, recovery with Tesamel alone. That's a monster by itself. And then you got Retta. Retta, if you're trying to lose weight, is going to be the best bad boy on the block, and it's going to help not only with losing weight, but optimizing the way that the body's working internally. So those are the 2 that I would say for anybody that was trying to lose weight and wanted a total anti-aging effect.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got Retta that's doing that. The weight loss, the optimization, the internal organs, and all that good stuff. And then you got testosterone, which is attacking visceral belly fat, which not many drugs can target one area, especially visceral belly fat. And then you have the best growth hormone raising effect, other than growth hormone. So those are the 2 I go with.
I agree.
And those 2 are monsters.
I think there's you said the 2. I think the energy plays a big role there too.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
But
I think you'll get energy by the Retta.
You would.
Yeah. I think energy.
You know what I found out? Speaking of Retta, you know what I found out? That gut health, a bad digestive system will create anxiety.
For sure. Microbiome?
I didn't know that. And I'm in this industry.
They say everything starts with microbiome.
Yes. So I went deeper into this.
Yeah.
Everything starts from your gut.
Yeah. I believe that.
And I remember when I had anxiety.
Yeah.
My stomach was not good.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. It feels like knots.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think, a lot of people feel that and they just don't know. I mean, and like I said, a lot of people's diets aren't good either. So, microbiome.
But they don't know it's bad until they change. Everybody says, people drink, they're like, I feel great. And then they stop drinking.
Yeah.
And they're like, and then they might have 1 or 2 drinks and like, oh, I feel like shit. They don't realize how bad they were until they do this.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I mean, we're coming to the forefronts here at Titan where, it's already available, but we have to go live with it. We're going to be able to test microalbumin.
Really?
That and mitochondria. 2 biggest things.
That's a game
Before mitochondria, the only way that you could test it was hole punching muscles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we can do it by blood.
Yeah.
The other thing is microalbumin.
I had it done on my quads.
Yeah, it's not fun.
It's very invasive.
That's what I'm saying. So
that was part of a study.
If you can do it now through blood, it's a game changer. And then we have the tools to fix the mitochondria and optimize the mitochondria. So that's a game changer. The microalbumin, they basically we don't take, but you would, and we'd have you send it off.
Mm-hmm.
A fecal sample, and then what they would do is they would test your microalbumin, and they would even build probiotics custom to your microbiome. So, and the way this, and this is University of San Diego. And basically the way they explained this to me was, we're like, listen, like everybody's got different microbiome.
Yep.
Everybody needs different bacteria as far as in the probiotics. And a lot of the ones they sell on the shelf don't do anything for somebody inside their gut, and they think it does. The only true way to do that is to test what yours are and then build it for that. So it makes sense, and it's a really personalized effect. I know a lot of people that are using this or these probiotics and stuff like that. I'm not currently, but it's a great thing. If somebody really wants to test how good their microbiome is, they'll be able to tell, and they'll be able to fix it if it's not good. So, with all these diagnostics, it's just more of us to be able to look underneath the hood and to fix the problems if there is any, and then make things work better.
Right.
I mean, that's
I
what
think with all these tools that are available, people still need to eat healthy,
absolutely
right? Because these are tools.
Sure.
They're not going to change your life by eating McDonald's and the ice creams and the apple pies, which they're delicious, but still,
They're great.
right? And that's where I've come across so many people, and they say, "Well, I'm doing peptides." Well, what is it? I'm like, I don't need anything else. I'm like, no, no,
That's the problem, man.
and that's I think people are misunderstanding how peptides work. They think it's a solution. They're great,
Right.
but they're tools.
They're tools. Tools.
They are, and they're very good tools
For sure.
When
You utilize them
when
correctly.
you put them to work.
Yeah, absolutely.
But when you don't create that atmosphere for them, it's like an uphill battle.
You don't get the best result.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, what are you doing it for? You want the best result. You got to work it. You got to give it the best. In your body, people don't understand that. And like, even the guys that are, the guys that drive, the nicer cars, I'm like, you put premium gas in your car, right? You don't put 87, you put 93 in. But you're putting 87 in your body every day, all day. Well, what do you think? What happens to your car when you put 87 in?
Right.
It doesn't run right. Split, pop, pop. And at that point, your body's going to do the exact
Well, they'll put 93 in the car and eat 87.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's just super, like, you wouldn't do that,
Right.
right? Like, you're going to keep your car nice. You keep your body nice. It's your temple, That's
But they say just what's one time, right? But it's the one time that leads you to two times.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: if you're going 100 miles an hour, right, and you hit a little pebble, you ain't feeling it, right? It's like one of those.
Right.
It's like you're eating so good, your exercise is so good, so you go out to dinner and you eat dinner, and you have a piece of cheesecake after.
Sure.
Your body ain't gonna feel it. As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
it's just
Their body utilize it.
right. And that's where the guys listening, it's like you can still have your cake and eat it too,
Absolutely.
just not every day.
No.
You have to create that runway first,
Yes.
and then you got to take off. And then once that body takes off, then you can, adjust accordingly.
Yep. You can have those cheats here or there.
Of course, I did. I still do.
So do I. I mean, that's the thing. Like, well, how can you eat that? Like, well,
Because I can.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
majority of the time,
Yeah.
I'm not eating anything like this. So at that point, when I do want to eat it, I can,
Right.
and I don't have to think about it. I
Right.
probably still feel guilty, but I'm still not gonna be like, all right, well, this is gonna be a big game changer for me. No, but but people they're like, well, why can she too then? I'm like, well, can you? I'm like, I don't know. Can you? Like, is your body to where it needs to be or where you want it to be? And at that point, like, because if it's not, you got to move the needle.
Right.
You can have a little bit here or there just to keep on course and not shock yourself, but you got to have some sort of discipline.
I was on the way to the gym the other day, and I had eaten, but I knew I was an hour off, right? And I had trained legs, and I hate trained legs on an empty stomach. I gotta have something in.
Yeah, that'll make you nauseous alone.
Right. So I stopped at Five Guys.
You can utilize that though.
Let me tell
You
you,
can utilize
that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. And I had two double cheeseburgers.
Oh, wow.
Okay. By the time I got to the gym and I'm on my fourth set of leg extensions, it was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it was any other circumstance, those double cheeseburgers would have sat in me.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And that's where you metabolize it.
Sure.
Like, I was thinking about, maybe I should do this again tomorrow.
I mean, that's what you can do though. You utilize food, and it's fuel, and you utilize it at the right times. You can use something
They
like
call
that.
it nutrient timing.
Yeah, it really is all about timing. It really
Yeah.
is. You know, and that's you waking up in the morning, going to bed at night when you're eating all these different things. You know, there's definitely timing periods, and once you learn those timing periods, I mean, you'll really start mastering your body and how you can utilize
You
it.
get to learn your body.
It's so cool.
You get to learn
A
your
lot of
body.
people don't ever get to learn their body, so it's.
But do they want to?
I don't know.
You know, when I was doing one-on-one training, right? I had clients say, and I would explain the exercise. And I'm like, I don't care. Just tell me how many reps. Just how many reps I need to do. Why? Don't you want to learn why?
Yeah. You want to have understanding.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing we do with the patients here. We want them educated. We want them to be like, oh, the doctor prescribed this, this, and this. And why you take it? I don't
I
know.
don't know. They just told me to take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's not smart either. I think you guys should understand and learn
Right.
kind of what it's for, what it's doing.
Right.
So you have an understanding for that. And then the next question I get a lot, about the food thing is, well, I don't have the money you have, and I can't eat like you.
No, yeah, you can.
So here's a tip, and I'm gonna do a single video on this. I already had it planned. Here's a tip for all you guys and girls out there that want to be successful and want to get ahead. If you want to save money, go and get chicken breasts, potatoes,
Just don't eat out.
pasta, not pasta, white rice. Excuse me, not pasta. Set up your meals. Get some ground turkey. Get something else. Set up your. Don't eat out. That's the one.
Don't eat out.
Be disciplined.
Yeah.
Eat what you make.
That's it.
Plan and prepare. This will make you more disciplined. And the more disciplined you are, and now you're going to save money. And this will help you hopefully build your money. And you can go and do something else with the money.
Yeah.
Don't spend it out. Don't go on the bar. Be disciplined. If you ain't got it, don't spend it. That's the biggest thing for me. Like, if I don't have it, I won't spend it. I never did before. Even when I didn't have anything like this at all. I mean, I was literally going to Publix. I'd give the guy $20. The guy would cut because every week's different steaks on sale. And I'd have him cut whatever it was the leanest possible, because one, I would save money because the fat was all gone.
Right.
So it'd be a hell of a lot cheaper for me to get. And then I'm eating good.
You're not paying fat. Fat.
No. I wasn't paying for the fat at all. It was for the $20 they gave the guy. The guy was happy as hell to do it for me. So when you're doing things like that, you're being smarter. And at that point, one, you're getting healthier. You're winning right there. You're winning by just getting healthier.
Saving money.
That you're saving money, and then after that, you're disciplined. So, hopefully this will keep your trajectory going up. Get the job, work hard at the job, maybe go to another job, whatever it is that you want to do, or open your own business. I mean, that's
when you feel good, you work better.
You do.
Period.
You do.
Your mindset's different.
You do.
Now that I've lost some more weight, I'm up at 5, 6 o'clock.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And Tim is like, "What's wrong?" She thinks like I'm stressing out for something. It's still dark out.
Yeah. Then
I go upstairs to the office, and she's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "This is not like you."
Yeah.
Bro, I'm up.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it's different.
That's good.
Yeah. It's just like, I've never been under 240.
Yeah.
Like my weight, even when I competed, if I didn't train, even if I was skinny fat, I never dropped under 250.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I've been to 325.
Right.
Let's just say I stopped training for a year and I only ate one meal a day.
Yeah.
250 was my thing.
Gotcha.
I might look like shit, but I'm still 250 on the scale.
Yeah.
I broke 250 last week and I'm 240.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I got abs.
That's awesome.
My love handles are gone.
That's awesome.
And I was like, when you see something, it looks so good, you're like, don't move.
Mm-hmm.
Don't move. And Tammy's like, you want me to make you something? I'm like, no, I'm eating my foods. Before I was like, yeah, I'll have a little of that.
Yep.
I'll have a little of that with it. Now it's like, no.
Yep.
This, right?
Oh yeah.
Because I broke that barrier.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay. I got my Titan Medical, my peptides. I got my nutrition. Like I told you, I have my meals. That's all I'm eating.
Yep.
My shake I had, right? And it works.
Absolutely.
It works. Now, Tammy's birthday is coming up. I said, would you like to go out to eat dinner?
Yeah.
She goes, why go out and spend all this money on food that we might not enjoy? Buy me another one of the
GHKCU
for my birthday.
Oh man,
she loves it.
It's great.
She loves it. She goes, just buy me another. I said, Ben, I'll buy you another one. She goes, you don't. She goes, why?
Yeah.
I'm gonna feel like shit anyway.
Yeah. I mean,
You
you
know,
go to a nice steakhouse.
I told her I'll take her to Capital Grill.
You know, I don't have to be.
Yeah, I said take her to Capital Grill. We'll go get a steak and this and that.
Yeah.
She goes, nah, I don't know.
That's a good woman, though.
Yeah, oh no,
That's a good woman, bro. That's a good woman.
That's why I'm not ready.
And you know, you're
all the other ones I went broke with.
They were like, yeah, I want to go to the steak and get it first too. You know?
On a Monday night, can we go to Capital Grill? Tuesday night, can we go to Capital Grill?
That's good though.
Yeah,
I mean that's good.
But yeah, it's amazing how people that mindset changes.
Yeah.
And I'm a disciplined guy.
Yeah.
But you know, the older I get, I'm like, do I really need to do that?
Of course.
You know.
Okay. Listen, I mean, you want to enjoy life too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, you've been very disciplined for a long period of your fucking life. So, at that point, like you know, listen, as you get older, you want to enjoy some things.
Yeah.
You kind of enjoy some things. You're not competing. You're not doing anything crazy where it's got to be like that. Obviously, you want to be in the best shape of your life at that age and stuff like that. But at that point, like you know, I wouldn't knock down different things that you might want to try or do or enjoy.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm doing.
You know?
Like I needed to downsize.
Yeah.
I needed to downsize. I mean, I was a 4X. This is an XL.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know?
Yeah.
I called, you know, Mike called from Gas and Better Bodies and said,
Yeah.
Mike, I've got a little problem
You
here.
better send me some new clothes.
I said, can you give me a different allowance?
Yeah.
I need to order. He goes, yeah, don't worry about it. He goes. I said, what should I do with the bigger clothes? He goes, just give them away.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, just give them away.
Hell yeah.
So the other day, Tammy made batches of the laundry and stuff like that, and she pulls up, and she's like, "You used to fit in this."
Wow.
It was like this wide, and then she pulls up the XLs like this. But you know, you feel so much better.
Yes. I do agree.
When you drop that body fat, I'm not saying ripped, all right? Anybody, you drop that body fat, and you're exercising. And I'm not doing those workouts like I used to, right? I'm exercising. I'm training still,
Right.
I catch myself. But the thing is like I have a routine now, right? I wake up, I take my glutathione every morning.
Yep.
Okay. I drink my water, then I take my coffee, and I go upstairs. I work, come down, eat breakfast, take all my vitamins. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before the workout, my Hercules potion.
Yep.
Must.
Yep. For me too.
Must. After workout, IGF-1 LR3.
Yep. Great.
You know?
Absolutely.
And then at night I take my MK677.
That's another good one for sure. I mean, it's
and the once a week.
Got the Retta.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a game changer too. I mean, that's I don't know how many patients have got or still are getting amazing results from Retta. It's ridiculous.
I'm doing a little different. I told you I'm trying to experiment a little different.
Yep.
I think I have amazing results.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I do see where people don't have the appetite, but I just wanted to try something. We had talked about this before this whole thing, that I was going to take the red up, that I wanted to lose the weight and stuff like that, but I was going to push it the other way. In other words, I was still going to eat the same amount of food, exercise more, not change anything, try to build the muscle. And I have to tell you that I do see where people say, I'm not hungry.
Right.
But I also think it's more of a mental thing for them as well, right? It's okay for me not to eat, and they don't eat. I can't say that. I can't say it's okay for me not to eat.
Yeah, of course.
Right? So I eat 5 times a day, but it's not as easy for me to eat as I used to.
Right.
Remember when I was taking the MK677?
Of course.
Right? I was like, dude, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Right.
So if we could get you hungry.
Right. Now, if I didn't say, okay, what time is it? Because I eat 10, 1, 4, 7, and 10. That's it. If I don't remind myself, hey man, it's 1 o'clock or it's 4 o'clock, I won't know.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it hits the dopamine receptors in the brain. So there's like an anti-addiction property, anti-eating, drinking. I mean, they're even putting these things up for FDA approval for alcohol.
So
like anti-addiction drug. Like it's like that. Even some people complain about losing sex drive because the dopamine receptors is going off.
Right, going off.
It's just like, don't crave it.
My gut health I didn't have problems, but with some bigger meals or whatever. See, I couldn't eat something. Let's just say I'm eating dinner with Tammy, right? I got my food, she's got her food, and her foods maybe could be chicken tacos. Healthy, right? And she goes, would you want a bite? If I took a bite of her food, it would affect me. I have to keep eating my food, right? And it always used to affect me somehow, some way. Like after dinner, she goes, hey, would you want an apple? Do you want this? Or something like that. I would eat it. It would affect me. Now it doesn't. Like my gut health with Retta. And I'm still taking my digestive enzymes. I'm still taking my probiotics. Like, I haven't changed anything purposely. Like everything is smoother now.
That's awesome.
Like it's like humming. There's no beep 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 beep.
Right.
It's just straight across.
Right.
And I'm still trying to figure out, like, what can I do to disrupt it? Right? Because that's me in my whole bodybuilding career. Right? When you look at the physique, you don't say what's good. You're like, hey, what's wrong? What's wrong? You look at the body, what's wrong? You look at your diet, what's wrong? What do I need to fix?
Right.
Because you don't look at what doesn't need to be fixed. You look at what needs to be fixed to be better. And to me, this is such a smooth riding that I'm like, okay, I'm 4 weeks now? 4 weeks. 4 weeks.
You're 4
Yeah, 4 weeks. I did 10, 20, 20, 30. No, I'm on 4th week. 10, 20, 20, 30, 30. 5 weeks because I got one more shot left. How many are in the thing? I got 2 little bottles.
Depends how much you're taking as far as that goes.
I think I got one more shot left.
Okay. I think you can go up to like 50.
So let's say 6 weeks. Okay. Now, I don't know. I don't look at anybody else's results because everybody's different, right? What do people see in 6 weeks? I've seen I've heard amazing stuff.
I mean, you can see a lot of weight loss in 6 weeks. I mean, I think she was a total of 8 weeks, and it was like 20 pounds.
Yeah, see?
So, everybody's different, but, you got to titrate up if you're not getting the hunger, the hunger suppression to make sure it's working. And it's not just for the hunger suppression, it's for making sure the body's optimized inside too. So it could be, obviously, listen, more energy. People, they say naturally they get more energy from it. They're losing weight from it. Now they feel better digestion wise. And I've got that from a lot, you guys and more. And then at that point, I think at that point, their levels in their body, as far as their kidneys, their cardiovascular, these are improving too as well. Lads,
I can't wait. The next 3-4 weeks we'll pull some blood
for sure.
My workouts have gotten the endurance. Usually when I get to the truck after my workout, I just gotta sit in the truck for a little while.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, what did I do that for? Now it's like I drink my shake, have my raisins, and I'm off.
Nice.
Go home.
Very cool. Very cool.
I'm really, really happy with it.
That's awesome.
Really, really happy.
I'm glad, man. I'm glad. It's helping so many people, so you guys, it's amazing, some of these different things. Retta is definitely one of the most amazing things that's came out so far as for people and helping them, GLP-1s in general, but Retta is definitely the big brother of them all.
You know how I see it? I think the when you have a nice fast car, right? Can't really do anything different to it. It's already got the rims, it's already got the tires, already got the engines, already got.
You can wrap it with your company logo.
Right. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All of them. All of them.
Yeah.
Right. So at my level where I was at, and the training wise I'm still am, there's not much that you can change. That Retta changed me. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like, I understand somebody who wants to lose 30 pounds, 40 pounds, doesn't exercise, because even Retta is going to work. Right? But when I got everything lined up, you can't break that. Right? Retta got in. And that's what I'm so amazed, because yes, all right, the Hercules potion, MK6F, I get that. Those are more tools to enhance performance and whatever, right? But this Retta is actually helping me lose weight because I haven't cut calories.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's awesome. The body's definitely working, utilizing
You
it
know,
optimally.
I'm going for a DEXA scan. I told you tomorrow, right? I already did one 4 weeks ago. I like to see the numbers.
Yeah,
I know I've dropped body fat. I want to see the muscle mass.
absolutely.
That's what I want to see.
Absolutely.
And if I gain muscle at 60, man, look out.
Yeah, that's where it's at. That's definitely where it's at. That's what we want to do, man, for sure. All right, we got some questions we're going to answer for you guys. All right. Michael said, hey, how are you guys doing?
We're doing great.
Yeah. Can peptides help with sleep, brain function, and mental clarity? Absolutely. And the best one for sleep is DSIP. It's delta sleep inducing peptide. And this one's a precursor to GABA. GABA is an amazing thing. It will help you get REM sleep. So DSIP is a great one to be able to utilize peptide wise. But GHRHs like testosterone or CJC can also help with sleep patterns. And when you sleep better, you're going to have better mental function and better mental clarity the next day because you'll feel refreshed by getting up and doing this.
Do you see peptides replacing traditional pharmaceuticals in the future?
I do. In some cases, I definitely do see peptides replacing some pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, you got your apples and oranges, right?
Right.
You know, but
To
you
get
definitely
real.
have ways of treating something instead of going straight to the drugs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like BPC 157,
Yeah.
TB 500,
Yeah.
pain,
I mean,
know,
even when we talk about
anti-inflammatory.
Yeah, even when we talk about like rheumatoid arthritis, fatty liver disease, or anything like that, you're talking about glutathione and fixing those things. One with inflammation, two with cleaning out the liver as far as that goes, and other benefits too. So,
what emerging peptides are you most excited about right now?
Man, there's a couple. There's a couple.
It says one.
Yeah.
No, I didn't say one.
There's a couple that are coming out. There's a couple that are coming out. There's a GLP-4 that's going to replace Retta. That's even better. Nice. Helps you build muscle. There's ones out there that are, they're going to be.
So these new ones going to be approved?
Yeah, they're FDA approved.
So
GLP-4 is going to be FDA approved.
Wow.
Just like GLP-3 is,
right.
It's going to be FDA approved.
Right.
Like
wow.
It's just is what it is. So it's going to be amazing. So I'm looking forward to those GLP-4s. I'm looking forward to the myostat inhibiting drugs that are coming out that will help you build muscle without doing anything.
Myostat, man, it's crazy. You ever see those cows?
Yeah. If you guys have not seen it, because I was talking to somebody the other day that was, he's an M&A, merger and acquisitions in this field. And, he was talking to me like, what do you think is going to be the latest and greatest coming out? And I started talking about these myostat inhibitor drugs.
That's all it is.
And he's like,
that's muscle right there.
I'm like, have you ever seen the cows that have muscle? And like, that isn't put on them. They don't work them out. It's like, no. And then I show him a picture on my phone. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. He's like, whoa. I'm like, we won't have to get to like this, but it will be able to get like this to a certain extent.
Yeah.
So that's super cool. I mean, because, the big, fight out there right now is they're trying to like take testosterone off being a scheduled drug, which they definitely absolutely should.
There it
is, right there.
Yeah. So that's a cow. So if they do that, then the big fight is right now is people can go in, a woman can, or a guy, to get any sort of plastic surgery, any sort of implant in for aesthetic purposes or anything like that. But when guys want to grow muscle, they can't take testosterone for aesthetic reasons.
It's something which is natural.
And it's more natural. It is. I understand messing with natural production and stuff like that. That's where a provider would have to look at this. But usually for an older guy per se, at that point, this should be an okay thing to do. It's only going to benefit a male. Or a female if she needs it. But
it'll benefit the female too.
Absolutely. Males and females.
No, if the male takes it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're going to be ready to rock and roll.
That's it. You better be ready.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Is BPC more effective for gut healing or muscle skeletal injuries? So it's for both.
Both, yeah.
But it is derived from the gastric juices in your stomach. That's where BPC comes from, right? Yeah. So if you have Crohn's, ulcers, IBS, it's a game changer for that. Absolutely. But it'll just be, where you take it. Do you take it near your stomach or do you take it near the muscle skeletal injury that you have? So
does that really work, or does it have to go through your whole system to get there?
Doesn't. So it's more site directive.
Okay.
So you don't want to shoot it in your stomach if you have a shoulder problem.
Got it.
You want to shoot it subcutaneous in the shoulder,
okay,
closest to that area. If it's a gut issue, this is where maybe an oral BPC could come into play.
Right.
But injectable, I would do it subcutaneous over the stomach where the area is at, and would go right like that. So, we're talking about building those new blood vessels, angiogenesis to get to those affected areas. That's it. So it's definitely effective for both. I mean, what's better or worse? I don't know. It just really depends on what the issue is, I guess. Is this peptide stack mainly used for anti-aging athletic performance? I don't know what peptide stack you were talking about there.
Which one were we talking
I
about?
talked about the Titan transformation stack. Well, I talked about the Titan transformation stack. I don't think I talked about recovery stack yet.
Gotcha.
So at that point, yeah, it's not used for just one. It's used for everything. So if you want better athletic performance, it's going to work. If you want anti-aging, it's going to work for that. And so it's going to cover a couple different spectrums of things. Sabrina said, "Love you guys. We appreciate it. Love you too. Thank you."
How is sports science changing the way athletes train and recover while steroids?
That's all right. We'll go right back to that.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. So we'll answer that one. So how is sports science changing the way athletes train and recover with steroids? Without steroids, it's
Huge.
it's a game changer.
Yeah.
It's a game changer. It's on another level of recovery. When we talk about healing peptides alone, and then we talk about some of the other growth hormone peptides. I mean,
Can you overdose on BPC 157 or
No.
TB 500?
nope.
So
You can take the whole vial and inject it right into the hip.
let me ask you this question: the more I take, the better.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's basically how much I can afford.
To a certain extent.
I didn't know that.
I do. If you're gonna go crazy, 5 milligrams of a shot.
How much have you done?
I would do 3 milligrams in a shot.
You must have been hurting.
So it's in my shoulder. So I do every day. So I got to do that. I do a full syringe. And at that point, it's like 3 milligrams I'll take. But I know guys that take 5.
Is that considered a lot?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because normal dose is like 250 to 500 micrograms.
Yeah, micrograms.
Right. So you're talking about
1 milligram.
Yeah. So it's a little bit different, I mean, but listen, does people need that? No. People usually take the 500 micrograms and call it a day. And they take it in the morning and at night in those different areas. And I used to do that back in the day. It's great. Just for me, I have something that's not going to get fixed by it. So I'm trying to get as much inflammation on my shoulder as possible. And that's why I do it. But a lot of these people that are taking those massive amounts are getting from research chemical sites, and those bottles come in 5 milligrams. The bottle that you would get from us has 15 milligrams of BPC and TB 500 each.
Are they even?
Each 15 milligrams each. So you're getting a lot more benefit from it, and you have, like I said, you have no idea if it's underdose or whatever it is if you're getting somewhere else. So I can't really talk on those. Can this injectable therapy help prevent muscle breakdown during intense training? I don't know if you're talking about Retta or. Listen, what's going to help prevent muscle breakdown? GHRH peptides, growth releasing hormone peptides like testosterone, ipamorelin, hexarelin, CJC, MK, massamorelin. Like these are the good ones that we're going to help without the breakdown. Doesn't mean you can't break down muscle, but it's going to deter muscle wasting and breakdown.
Lily's got it. You done?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. Lily's got a question. If someone already trains hard and eats well, would peptide therapy still make a noticeable difference? Absolutely. But here's the thing. It's just what we were talking about before, right?
Yeah.
If you go from 0 to 1 mile an hour, you'll feel it.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you're going already 100 miles an hour to 125, you're not going to feel it as much.
Right.
But the quality,
right,
the difference that you're going to see in 5 miles an hour is going to feel like it's 25 miles an hour, right? Because you're already there.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Right. Obviously, I'm here.
Yeah.
Just that little extra, I feel it. If someone else is down here, they're going to go here. Right. So how can I say it? I think the results at the end, the optimization is the same. I think the ratios are different, right? So I definitely feel the difference. And let me tell you something. I'll be very honest. You guys know I've taken the steroids my whole career and stuff like that. I'm on HRT, and the difference that I feel now, it's been hard. It's been hard for me because don't forget, 25 years.
Right.
I had test levels 3,000.
Right.
Okay. And there's a different feeling to that.
There is.
Okay.
There is.
When you grab that bar, you're ready to bend it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I grab the bar, I'm like, okay, I can manage it.
Yeah.
Okay. So So coming from this side here to transitioning to this side, it was very difficult for me. So using the peptides actually helped me mentally, right? Because I had support. Like I wasn't off, right? I'm still taking something to enhance
Right.
my
Performance.
performance, right? So mentally, I'm like, okay, and the way I think, let me put this to work.
Sure.
And that's what I did.
Yeah.
And I saw the difference. And then when I felt the difference, I saw the difference, and it just kept rotating back and forth. So literally, yes. The thing is, what you have to do is you still have to pay attention to your training and the way you're doing it. Just add the peptides, but don't change anything. That's what a lot of people do. They add the peptides, they feel they don't have to continue doing what they're doing.
Right.
You still have to do what you were doing.
Yeah.
Add these tools,
Yeah.
and you go to that next level.
Yeah. Yeah. You can work smarter and not harder.
Yes, absolutely. That's how it is.
Is Titan Ultra mainly for cognitive function, or does it help improve physical performance? It does help for cognitive enhancement, but it will help physical performance too with energy and stuff like that. So that's a good one. Love from New York City. Thanks, Christina. We appreciate it. Much love back from Florida. A friend told me about TB500 for muscle and tendon recovery. How does that peptide actually help tissue regenerate? So it actually helps with more blood flow going to the area to help the recovery. So that's where angiogenesis, the new blood vessels getting formed, go. And that's how it helps regenerate tissue. If someone's already trained hard, yeah, we already did this, sorry. Do athletes use peptides more for injury, healing, or performance enhancement?
Both.
Yeah, for both.
Yeah.
For both. You're gonna get them there. You're gonna, oh well, I did something to my knee and my arm, whatever. Here's BBC TV 500. All right,
Which
cool.
is going to help your performance.
Yeah, it's gonna help your performance. But then then they might take something else. It helps your performance, right? So it's crazy. John, love your physique. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, stop flexing.
You John wears all right. How do peptides act as cell signaling molecules to trigger healing and regeneration? There's different peptides that do different things that signal different ways. So when we talk about GHRH peptides and we talk about signaling your pituitary to produce more growth hormone, that pulse signal, obviously that's signaling more growth hormone, and more growth hormone is creating more IGF-1, and more IGF-1 is creating more of a healing and regeneration effect. So there's different ways and different things that these things are doing. And healing peptides like BPC and TB500 and KPV, which is in our recovery stack, which is therapy of the week this week, because we are getting down to the nitty gritty. But at that point, there's different things that signal different ways. My brother has been using CJC 1295 with ibuprofen for recovery and sleep. How exactly does that combination increase natural growth hormone? Okay, so
This is a good one.
both are good.
Yeah.
CJC 1295 is the predecessor to Semirelin. It will raise growth hormone releasing hormone peptides. It will raise growth hormone in the body, and it will increase more of a pulse. Now, the way ibuprofen backs it up, it increases more of the pulse. So you get a stronger pulse from CJC, and now you increase the volume of how much is going to it. So think about, I don't know, think about air bubbles, I guess, and you got really big air bubbles, and then you got really small air bubbles come up a line. Maybe that's a bad analogy or example, but I'm just trying to make it so if you see a like bigger thing like going through, and then you increase that amount of what it is, that's kind of what
So to add to that, let me ask you this question: does it still raise IGF-1 levels?
Yes.
Okay.
Not crazy, but when you go up 20, 50 points, it's a pretty good increase.
Okay. So
you use tesamorelin. I've seen people jump 150 points.
So Dan, the best way to measure that using the CJC and the ipamorelin is test your IGF-1 levels.
Yeah. So you do a baseline, right, Dan? You do an IGF-1 baseline test, and you be consistent with the next one, and do the CJC 1295 with ibuprofen for at least 30 days. Yeah. At least 30 days. At the end of 30 days,
4 6 weeks,
yeah,
even 8 weeks.
Yeah. Be on it. Right? Stay on it. Let's see it. Increase. But I'll tell you, if you're looking for something to increase it, hexarolin's a good one. Testosterone's a good one. Like hexarolin's a good one. We tell people for building muscle. Hexarolin's a really, really strong GHRH peptide too. The only reason that testosterone really beats it down is because it has the second effect of attacking visceral belly fat. So, but Hexerol is more financially easier on some people, so that might be a way to go too as well.
Yeah.
That's why I love Tight Medical Center. That's why I always choose Tight Medical Center. Thank you, Carly. We appreciate that. So we are winding down to the end of the show. Is there anything else you want to add, Jimmy?
No, man, it's a good one. I think this whole FDA thing is very exciting.
Yeah.
I think it's going to allow a lot more people to walk freely in this category.
It's going to
and not
provide
be scared.
clarity.
Yeah.
It's going to provide clarity and regulation, which I like.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are confused out there.
Yeah.
They're scared to touch it because there's so many good things being said, but bad things get so it's actually
they're not being precautious enough.
Right.
Just taking it.
Right. Well, listen, the kamikazes will always be kamikazes.
I know.
Okay. But it's the ones that are very reluctant to taking it because they hear two stories.
Yeah.
And they want to believe the one, but they're also scared of the other one.
Yeah.
And I think now you're going to have those people come on this side and jump.
I've seen gym owners down here. They're having their own private label lines, and they're telling people so much bad information. Like I'm just seeing on posts. People tag me on posts, and I'm not gonna come. I'm not getting into all this. I could care less.
Yeah.
But at that point, it's happening out there, and it's just bad business.
So before we close, what do you suggest? I'll put you on the spot here. What do you suggest with all this happening? What approach do you think? What kind of mental approach do you think these people should have that were reluctant in trying it, but they want to? But they're like, you know what? I don't know if I want to chance it.
Yeah, I mean, listen. This is what I'm saying. If you come through somebody like us, it's gonna be reputable.
The consultation, right?
The medical advisor will look over your health history. They're gonna make sure there's no contraindications, and they're gonna help you decide what's the best peptide for you, what you're trying to achieve. Like whatever.
Guys, I have family members that come here.
Yeah.
Okay, my wife comes here. My sister-in-law comes here.
Yeah.
I have family members that come here, and they ask me questions, and I'm like, go there.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
That's why you're paying us. You're essentially paying us to give you the best quality of standard product, the best quality of standard service, and be here for your support.
Yeah.
And make sure you're getting the result, not just to sell you like, here you go.
And just think of it, right? Just so you guys know, I've been in this industry 45 years, right?
Yeah.
And I know a lot, right? But I don't know everything. So when you know that you don't know everything, you want to learn more. I've learned so much from John and everybody here because they're so educated on what's going on that I question everything. I mean, when we first started, I was like, okay, you sure about this? But when you let loose and you say, hey, I need help. That's all you need. You don't have to come in and say, hey, I did my research and what do you think about this? And what do you think about this? And I'm interested in taking, BPC 157. You don't need to do any of that stuff. Just call or text and say, I need help making a decision.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
These girls in here and John, I mean, they're really, really good. Like my sister-in-law she goes, okay, I'm doing what I'm doing, and I want to jump on something else.
Yeah.
They made me feel so comfortable.
Yeah. That's awesome. I'm glad,
See, when I talked to her, she didn't like what I wanted to say. She goes, you're tough love. I said, then call them up.
Yeah. Like I said, that's what they're there for.
Yeah.
I mean,
the information's great. Contact Titan. Even if you don't buy anything, even if you don't even just get over that hump of saying, hey, I want to see what's going on with this.
Yeah.
And then you make your decision.
That's it. It's super simple. There's no pressure, guys. No strings attached, no pressure. And we just want to help people. So at that point, if you want help, you're feeling some type of way, or you don't feel good, or you think you can be better in some different way, call or text us. We'll give you lay out some options for you, and you can decide if you want to go ahead or not.
Yeah. I drive an hour on the good days.
He does.
I drive an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours here to do this podcast live for you guys with John because it's worth it. It's worth it because the people that I see come in here and you see them 3 weeks, 4 weeks later, they DM me, they watch. There's some people here that have DM me, and they're like, you guys are just so real. I said, we're just like you guys.
Exactly. We are. We are, guys. We are.
We're just like you guys. We're educating ourselves, and in here there's a lot more information than out there.
Definitely.
So to get this information, come inside.
Mhm.
It's warm and fuzzy in here,
Mhm.
and be part of the family.
Yes.
And you guys won't regret it. And that's coming from me. And I don't really endorse anybody.
I appreciate
I've
it.
been with Titan
Yeah.
and Gasp, and I have
Yeah.
my own brands.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So do yourselves a favor and do that.
We appreciate it, guys. And we'll see you guys next week on Evolving the Tight Edge with John and Jimmy.
Much love.